say you are what you eat, so I don't eat chicken feet. But I love me some of Grandma's pickled beets. Well, cut it up, put it in the pan, throw it over your shoulder and see where it lands right here in Farmer's Kitchen. Maters, taters, beans and corn, the cows in the barn and the sheep's been shorn, kids in the barnyard chasing Grandpa's chicken. Spices, slices, cuts and dices, gonna slash your grocery prices right here in Farmer's Kitchen. Help you grow your garden good with recipes to suit your mood. Try some grub you've never tried before. Smash it with a wooden mallet, gonna educate your palate. Right here in Farmer's Kitchen, in Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. We're gonna cook something good now.
Funding for Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen is brought to you by the City of Stanford, Kentucky. Come back home to Stanford. L81 Bottling Company. Taste, love, and share the tradition. Woods Equipment Company has every tool you need to make working the land as rewarding as hunting it.
Hello and welcome to Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen on this beautiful winter day.
Yes, it is nice.
Can't believe what kind of weather we've got today. Now, we've got all kinds of things going. First of all, our smokehouse is going.
Yum. What you making?
I can't tell you, it's top secret.
Okay.
Now here, from South Dakota, look what's here.
I like that.
From Hansen Wheel and Wagon Shop. If you'll notice, each piece you can pull, once it cools down, obviously,
right.
You can grab that and take it out. You could load all that in your car, take it somewhere, set it in 10 minutes, and boom, you've got a complete cooking area.
That's
Is that
pretty
not
nice.
cool?
I like that. That's pretty
That
neat.
steps up the Cowboy Cooking a notch or 5. Now, we got the smokehouse going today.
Okay.
Now, let's talk about the smokehouse, because a lot of people assume that that smokehouse is a hot smokehouse or
Right.
a cooking smokehouse. That is not the case. That smokehouse right there is for curing meats, curing with smoke. Smoke has antibacterial qualities about it, and it helps cure. Once you put the other cure on there, it
Right.
helps with the curing process. It also tastes delicious.
Yeah, I like the taste.
Hickory, baby. And we got the hickory. Now, the thing about the cold smoking outfit is you don't want to get it up to 200-300 degrees. Now, that may be capable of doing that, but the reason we have the firebox on this side is to keep that temperature down. We want that smoke
So you just want
to
the smoke.
cure.
Just the smoke.
To cure. You want the taste or the cure.
Okay.
Now, we've done a lot of things, and we've used it for a lot of things. Let's look back. Bacon, fish, cheese, so on and so forth. But there are so many things you can do with that. And not too long ago, we made some bourbon smoked garlic salt.
Yum.
We got an idea from some folks who make it here in Kentucky. Buy theirs, trust me, it's easier.
But yours is pretty
if you,
good.
if you want to make it, I mean, you can do it.
Yeah.
So what are we going to do today? You know, sometimes when we've been working around here, which we have today, I start looking at this and my mouth starts watering and it's getting hard to talk. But here's what we're going to do.
Your favorite.
One of my favorite things in the world, deviled eggs. Got some large Marge sliced pieces of ham and some turkey breast we sliced up.
Right.
Now, guess what else we got? We got white cheddar cheese.
It's always delish.
We got some Swiss cheese. We have some sharp cheddar cheese. We have some cashews, and we have some pecans. Now, if you haven't made deviled eggs, I can't imagine that nobody's made deviled eggs, but everybody's had them. But you remember when we had the girls in the Easter egg contest?
Right.
We didn't waste our eggs.
No, we didn't. And they liked trying it for the first time. They liked it.
They did. Now, if you have something a little bit softer, it's obviously going to soak in that flavor. If there's a little moisture, it's going to
Okay.
soak it in quicker than, say, some nuts. So our cheese and our eggs, our ham and our turkey, we're going to leave it in there for, an hour, maybe an hour and a half maximum,
Okay.
at about 80, 82 degrees. And remember, we're not trying to cook this. We're trying to get that smoke
Get
flavor.
the flavor.
Now the nuts, after we take the cheese off, those are going to stay in there for about 3 hours.
Okay.
And let me tell you what, you just can't beat it. It's unbelievable the things you can do in a little cold smokehouse.
I'm excited.
So I tell you what, I am not wearing my sling. I've still got my broken arm.
Just be careful.
I'm breaking doctor's orders a little bit here and there, but if you will, Nikki, If you can pack them, I'll walk over and try to help you some.
All right.
Now, how did I get inspired to do this particular chicken dish? We went to the governor's mansion. And you think, okay, I'm going to a mansion. You think, oh, everybody's gonna be all hooty-tooty. Nicest people I've ever met in my life.
Good friends. We got good friends here now.
Wonderful people. And the staff that cooks there, wow.
Yeah.
And this was a little dish, and they had chicken, they had beans. I thought, okay, and this was inspired by their chef.
Yeah.
So got to give credit where credit's due. And we sat down and had lunch with Marcia and the crew, and it was a great deal. But you know, every time you go somewhere and eat, you get ideas.
Right.
So we're gonna do something kind of like that today. In a minute, we never throw away our leftovers. We got some beans that we had the other night. We're gonna take some onions. We're gonna put those in that pot, in that 12-inch pot there on the side. We're just gonna warm those up because they're already cooked. Now, you had a quart of milk out here.
Yeah. You gonna talk about the monster?
All right. You remember when we had the trail cam on around Christmas time?
I saw Santa. Would he take milk?
All right, okay.
Cream?
There's been some stuff disappearing all around the neighborhood.
Right.
People are scared.
A lot of milk and cream.
People are scared. Did you hear it?
I did hear that.
I've got to get
No, you got to sit and let me do it.
Nikki.
What? You got a hurt arm.
This is a bona fide monster. You know all those monster
Have
shows?
you seen my shot? I don't miss.
You do shoot pretty good. But
I mean,
all those shows they talk about all the
Right.
time, or they're looking for Bigfoot.
I'm not afraid.
They never find anything.
I'm not afraid. I got that good gun.
I'll
right
be
back
impressed if you come back with
There. All
something.
right, I'm gonna go shoot
But
some.
I want you to be careful.
You stay right here.
You holler if you need backup.
Don't move.
I'll be
Be
sitting
very
right
quiet.
here with the beans.
Be still.
All right. Grab that shotgun. Hey, that kicks now.
All right, I'm on my
Be
way.
careful.
I found it.
You found it?
I found it, and I'm not gonna shoot it.
You don't sound scared.
I'm not scared. It's actually pretty cute. Now, is this cute or what?
That is a monster right there.
That's the culprit right here.
I guarantee it's been who's
look
stealing
at
the
you.
milk. Look at that bad thing. How are you doing?
Look how sweet
Is it not sweet?
she is. I think
Now-
she can have whatever she wants.
Actually, it's not much of a monster.
I know.
But Mavis gave us twins, and this one is very friendly up to this point. Been a good kid. We won't want to keep her too long.
She
but
misses her mama.
now we talked about the fact that we got Murphy, our little border collie. So I've been researching on how to train Murphy. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have him walk over here and I want to see the reaction.
Okay.
What do you think?
That's
that's
gonna be your job
baby.
someday.
That's your baby. Oh, be nice. Be nice to the baby.
How about that?
That's the baby.
That's
Yes.
gonna be your job. All right, let's. There's the introduction.
Okay. Be nice to the baby. Be nice to the baby.
He seems to like the sheep. But in the next few weeks, we're gonna actually start the process.
Oh, look at her.
Tell you what, if you want to take her back to Mama,
Okay.
I'll get the beans started. I'll cut
Alrighty.
up a little onions, put some beans in that pot. We're gonna get that pot, that 12-inch Lodge pan, up to about 400 degrees. We want it pretty warm.
Okay.
We're gonna start the chicken. We're gonna finish it in with the beans. How about that?
I'm hungry.
All right.
Do I have to take her back?
She-
Look at
she
her.
loves you.
Oh, let's bring her in. Seriously, she could. They make great house pets.
So it's lambing season, and thank goodness this happened when it wasn't 20 below.
Right.
And we got our heating lamps out and they're ready to go. All right, we
right.
got everything heated up. If you'll take her back,
Okay.
I'm gonna check on the smoke stuff and
Alrighty.
we'll get this rolling in just a second.
Alrighty.
Now, here's something we got in the mail the other day, and we're not asking anybody for anything, let's make that clear, but every now and then somebody sends us something.
Yeah.
And this is from Mike Anderson from Des Moines, Iowa. He says, Tim, enjoy watching your show, especially when you're cowboy cooking. We notice that when you do Dutch oven cooking, you put the lid on the rocks. When you check ingredients, so on and so forth, and yeah, you know, sometimes we get a little dirt,
Yeah.
little rocks. It's good for your minerals. But Mike sent us this made out of 3 horseshoes and a bolt. He says, I made this lid holder to put your lid on so you won't be eating dirt.
Oh, that's sweet.
That's good, because we probably shouldn't be eating dirt.
That's right.
So we thank Mike Anderson. You know what? I'm going to take it. In fact, Nikki, if you don't mind, take it and set it right over there on this side. And we're
Okay.
going to start, as of today, incorporating that
Perfect.
into our beautiful cowboy cooking setup.
I like it.
Now there will be those who will look and say, oh my gosh, there's a fire and there's straw and everybody's gonna die. It's not gonna happen. First of all, we've had 26,000 inches of rain. This ground is totally saturated.
Right.
Most of the straw is soaking wet. We could not be walking up here right now if it wasn't for the straw. Most of it's saturated. And when we're done, a good cowboy puts his fire out.
That's right.
We won't have a coal left burning. So in order to work around here today, we had to put some straw down. Plus, we had to put a little grass seed down. Hopefully this spring will grow some more.
And the rain is coming tonight, so.
It's coming. Man, I'm telling you what, we've had rain after rain after rain. Now our fire is almost perfect. We've got our temperature up over here to around 400. Now, let's look at our chart here for you tenderfoots. 350 is how much?
7 and 18. 8 and 19. I don't know. I always forget. I
8
can't
and
remember.
17.
Okay, I was close.
Just remember 25. No,
25,
it's equals 25.
okay.
Now, we're going to get a little bit hotter this time because we're going to get the beans boiling. Now, this is enough for 2 people. My mouth is watering just looking at this stuff. Here's our salt
That we made.
/ garlic that we smoked right up here in the smokehouse, which is busy smoking right now. Cherry tomatoes, garlic, rosemary.
Yum.
Simple stuff. Simple, simple stuff. All right, you want to help me get this
I
going?
do. Let's do it.
All right. We're going to take some olive oil, and man, oh man, we got to take just a little bit of duck fat for flavor.
Thank you, Gary.
Thank you, Gary. We're going to take that, and we're going to put it in the pan, and we're going to really, well, what I thought was chicken ended up being turkey.
Better.
I'll take turkey
That's
any
right.
day. A little salt and pepper. This is our concoction from our smokehouse. All right, that'll work. Now, since we got a good hot fire and some good hot oil, this isn't gonna take long. We're gonna turn these over. Now we're gonna lay our garlic in whole, and we're just gonna toss our garlic and some rosemary in on top of that. Now, right at the last minute, we're gonna throw our tomatoes in, get them a little brown, get the little char on that. Then we're gonna throw everything in with the beans. It's gonna finish over there.
Yummy.
All right, we have removed our trays from the smokehouse.
They look
Now, there's not anything massively different. Now, the temperature got a little bit high, but you love
I like
your
it
cheddar
like that.
cheese, just something when the fat starts to come out. Now, if you let
Yes.
it go too long and the temperature gets too high, it'll melt.
Yeah.
We don't want that. So we're gonna try this Swiss, which is my favorite, smoked.
Oh, wow. Oh, my goodness.
Is that
The
ridiculous?
smoke makes it amazing.
No, we like hickory, but you can use apple or cherry. Is that ridiculous? Mm-hmm. Now, again, that's cold smoking. We don't want that temperature up that high. About 82, 84 degrees. You get above 86, 87, you're gonna start melting your cheese. Wow,
Yum.
wow. Feed this to your guests. You can get smoked cheese at the store, but you can't get this at the store.
You can't get it to taste like
you
that.
cannot. So let's try a deviled egg. I already tried it.
I think I can see you did.
This
There's-
is ridiculous.
There's some missing.
Doesn't that add a whole new
I
dimension?
wonder how that tastes. That's good.
Let's try our meat. Oh, wow.
That gives it a great flavor.
Here's Swiss, I'm gonna try yours. That really absorbed that smoke in a short amount of time.
Oh, this is good too. This is sweet.
Now, oh man, the whole hickory flavor just coming out. Everything there is
Amazing.
fabulous. So that's one of the things you can do with your coal smoker. Now, the nuts are going back in. So a lot of you have built this smoker. You've seen it on different places and you've actually built it. Try these things, snacks. There's so much you can do. Fish, and we're this year going to use that a lot. But remember, this is not a hot cooker.
Right.
It's for cold smoking. We're going to get this stuff out of the way. We'll put the nuts back in
Okay.
because I want them to go 3 or 4 hours.
I'll move that
They
cheese
really
over here
absorb
then?
that. Yeah.
Okay.
While you do that, I'm going to take our oil, which we set aside. on our little snake over there. We're going to put it back on there. We're going to take some asparagus. In the existing one we've already got. Why not reuse it? A little salt and pepper, garlic, and plate our turkey with that. And it's almost time to eat.
Sounds good.
All right.
I'm Lardo.
And I'm Burley.
And we're the Moron Brothers. Got a frog in my throat. Been several years ago, but we was down, me and him was down on the riverbank fishing, and my boy, when he was little, come running over there and the bank. He said, "Daddy, you need to come to the house. Hurry, right now." I said, "Why?" He said, "The preacher's there." "Oh, well, okay, well, what preacher?" He said, I don't know what preacher. Mama said for you to come up there as the preacher." Well, I'm gonna gather up my stuff here and get these fish and head on up there. You go up to the house, and if it's the Methodist preacher, I want you to put the chickens in the hen house and lock them up. Said if it's a Presbyterian preacher, I want you to take my jug out of the house and hide it in the barn. Said if it's a Baptist preacher, I want you to sit in your mama's lap till I get up there.
We got these 4 Baptist preachers there in home, and the head preacher one day he told me he wanted to have a meeting with all of them. He said they met that night. He said, "Listen," said, "every Sunday we tell our people that they need to confess their sins," and said, "That's what we're going to do here." He said, "I know each one of us got something we ain't proud of," and said, "We need to confess to each other right here, and I'm going to start." He said, "It may not be right, but said, about once a week I like to get off by myself and have a little shot of bourbon." He said, "It just relaxes me and calms my nerves, and I like to taste the bourbon." Next old boy said, "Well, I got one too." He said, "About once a week I like to get off in somewhere by myself, smoke one of them big Cuban cigars." He said, "I just like the taste of it, and it relaxes me and calms me." And I said, "I just like to smoke a cigar once a week." Third old boy said, "Well, I got one too." He said, "I like to gamble." And said, every Thursday night down the street from my house they have a poker game, and I go down there and play poker. Because said it relaxes me and just settles my nerves, and I just enjoy playing poker. And that fourth old boy, he's sitting over in the corner, he ain't said nothing, so head preacher said, "All right, Hoss, we all confessed up. It's your turn. I know you got some kind of fault." Old boy said, "I do. I love the gossip, and I can't wait to give out this meeting."
He talked about Uncle Ben there. Uncle Ben, he was bad to make moonshine, and he done it a lot. He was good at it, but it finally killed him. They used to dig a big pit in the ground, line it with plastic, and that's where they'd put their mash and let it work, let it make alcohol in this big pit. He drowned in that big pit. He drowned and had to go tell Aunt Judy, and Daddy's the one told Aunt Judy, said that Uncle Ben was drowned in that big pit of mash up there. She said, "Lord have mercy, bless his heart." Said, "I feel so bad for him." Dad said, "You shouldn't, because he got out 3 times to go to the bathroom." Shawnee Creek.
All right, then.
Well, down the river to Shawnee Creek, and a fella called Muskrat Dan. He lived on the water with a pretty little daughter, and Lord, he's a mean old man. I slipped down and bid it with her, and he's out checking his trap line. If he ever catches me, he'll have my hide to grind. I'm going down to Shawnee Creek, take my pole and gun, do a little hunting and fishing, see my gal and have some fun. Sometimes fries up catfish, coon, muskrat, and squirrel. It's always cornbread and wild green. Man, I love that girl! When she wears a red bandana in her hair, I know her pap is gone. If I don't see a red bandana there, that mean old man is home. I pull my boat up on the bank and I hide there in the weeds. Sometimes it takes half a day for that old man to leave. I'm going down to Shawnee Creek, take my pole and gun, do a little hunting and fishing, see my gal and have some fun. Sometimes you fry the crappie, deer meat, rabbit, or quail. It's always cornbread and wild green. Man, I love that gal! Gonna build us a little old shanty boat and make her my river queen. Every day we'll eat a different kind of meat with a cornbread and green. I'll have to face old Muskrat Dan, I hope he don't draw his gun. He won't be losing his pretty little daughter, just have me for a son. I'm going down to Shawnee Creek, take my pole and gun. Do a little hunting and fishing, see my gal and have some fun. Sometimes he cooks me a big old carp, possum or beaver tail. It's always cornbread and wild green. Man, I love that gal!
Just enough for 2 people.
Oh,
Look at-
wow.
look at
Don't
that.
even need a knife?
No, don't even need a knife. Just try to get a little bit of everything. And you know, the thing was, when they had that little recipe, and it wasn't exact, but when they had that recipe, it was everything in one dish.
It was delish.
Easy.
Delicious. That turkey's delicious.
But isn't that
Delicious
nice?
again. Amazing.
Gosh.
Thank you.
You get to taste the onion, the garlic, the rosemary. It's not overwhelming, but it's perfect. And the beans already cooked, so that flavor sinks in. Man,
I like
I'm
your
telling you
tomatoes too.
what.
The way the tomatoes taste.
Doesn't
is
that
really
add a
good.
lot?
Really
We
good.
just put a little bit of char on there, and look what we got.
Very good. Yeah, did yourself again, Mr. Farmer.
Well, I'll tell you what, it's good to be outside.
Yes, it is.
I can't believe it didn't rain today. It's the first day since like 1927 it hasn't rained.
That's right.
But that is such a sweet little dish. It's got your tomatoes, it's got, I can't tell you how much the tomatoes, just the charred tomatoes add.
Oh, it's really good. And it was quick and
It was
easy.
quick and easy. So next time you have some soup beans left over, don't throw them away.
That's right.
Put just enough on the plate for 2 people. Of course, we eat off the same plate.
Right.
You think we'll get germs?
Maybe. I don't mind. I like your germs.
Yeah, I like your germs too. Beautiful, wonderful, delicious, easy. And you know what? If you missed a show, which I'm sure they haven't, but if you did, check us out at timfarmerscountrykitchen.com. Check out our YouTube page and look at hundreds, literally hundreds of how-tos, how to build a smokehouse, and recipe after recipe after recipe, all kinds of good fun stuff on there, how to raise critters,
Right.
so on and so forth. Everybody's using Facebook nowadays. We got a bunch of Facebook friends. I won't call them friends, I'll call them family.
That's right.
And we want some more. So check out our Facebook page, Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. All you gotta do is hit that little like button, talk with us, joke with us, laugh with us. We put fun stuff on there. We share recipes and we have a good time.
That's right.
In fact, on this show, it's all about
Good times.
good friends.
And let's eat. Good eats.
Let's eat. See you next week, Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen. Cut it with a fork.
It's delicious.
To order a cookbook, please call 502-319-0487 or email timfarmerck@gmail.com. Special thanks to CKY, Canoe, Kentucky, Furniture World Superstore, Housewarmings, Lodge Cast Iron, Tater Knob Pottery and Farm. Funding for Tim Farmer's Country Kitchen is brought to you by Good Foods Co-op, Kentucky Sheep and Wool Producers Association and the Kentucky Goat Producers Association. Marksbury Farm Market. Weisenberger Mill, your village shop. Diamond Gusset Jeans, the original Gusset Jean. Careful craftsmanship, continual improvement. Diamond Gusset Jeans, born and worn in the USA since 1987. We know that hardworking Kentuckians can be held down by back and neck problems. The Spine Center of Central Kentucky is a multidisciplinary center to take care of your back, neck, and nerve pain. Our goals are pain control, precise diagnosis, and correction in the least invasive way. From minor aches and pain management to injections or even complex and reconstructive spine surgery, he specializes in minimally invasive spine surgery. The Spine Center of Central Kentucky. We treat all of our patients like family.